What's going on, guys? Welcome back into the Bears Den. I'm your host, Alex, and we're here really as the 2024 season kicks off, gets ready to go here in just a little bit over a month. Wanted to jump on here and kind of get my channel going again, get ready for the NFL season, and what better way to talk a little bit about, what should fans expect for the Bears throughout this 2024-2025 season. And I also wanted to discuss a little bit about my thoughts on the Hall of Fame game, right? Because, I think there's some takeaways from the game. Of course, it's preseason, second and fourth stringers are playing, fighting for their jobs. So you can't take away too much from it. But there's definitely some things that I saw that I think are worth noting that perhaps you guys saw as well. So I want to go ahead and jump into that. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get into it. Okay, guys. So first, I want to discuss kind of the Hall of Fame game. It's always fantastic watching Hall of Fame game, getting football back after 7, 8, 9 months, and it's always fantastic that the Bears are in it, right? Because that's my team, that's our team, right? And unfortunately, due to the weather, it was cut short, and that sucked. But there were some things that I always kind of want to see in the Hall of Fame game because, like I mentioned in the intro, of course, the starters aren't playing, second strings maybe play, a series or two, and then it's really guys kind of trying to make an impression. And sometimes that's when you get some really good football. You got guys playing hard, competing, fighting for their spot, and then sometimes you get some dirty football as well. But I think really second quarter and on, it was a relatively clean game on both sides. And what I'm looking for in the Hall of Fame game is really clean football, um, coaching, like good coaching, right? And there were a couple Bears penalties, right? But overall, operationally, the team operated quite well, and things were good. Um, you can't ever really take away too much from the game, but you don't want to see huge coaching errors, huge coaching issues, right? You don't want to see a ton of penalties, stupid penalties. You don't want to see guys getting into fights. You don't want to see false starts, poor operation, and so on and so forth. But I also really wanted to kind of focus on what the new offense was going to look like and what the play calling was going to look like under Shane Waldron. And of course, it being a Hall of Fame game, you're not going to have Shane Waldron pulling out all his wild cards, all his super cool, plays, trick plays, things like that. The coaching staff doesn't want to show everything that they've got, right? But I think many of you would agree with me that I noticed a significant difference in play calling and in the scheme of the offense, right? The talking point of this Hall of Fame game was Brett Rippon to Colin Johnson. And what did we continue seeing, right? We kept seeing seam routes, right? That Rippon was hitting. We kept seeing go routes up along the sidelines from Colin Johnson where he made, multiple fantastic contested catches over guys. And that's really my takeaway, right? We saw a lot of under center quarterbacking. We under center play action. And that was my biggest gripe last year, right? Under Luke Getsy, it seemed like the offense was always operating from the shotgun. The offense was always operating, you know, this terrible, just like terrible route concepts and operating from the shotgun, and the offense was really predictable. Um, and yes, it's the Hall of Fame game. It's one preseason game, but I truly feel like there was a significant difference in the offensive scheme, and that's really what I wanted to focus on, and I wanted to see a difference, right? And that gives me hope moving forward through the rest of the preseason, right? This Saturday coming up, Caleb Williams likely going to be getting his first professional snaps. I want to see him under center. I want to see clean operation. I want to see smart route concepts that are going to be able to utilize Keenan Allen and DJ Moore and Rome Odunze and Cole Kmet and Gerald Everett and all these new guys, right? So I really think that there was a difference in the play calling, a difference in the offensive scheme, and that gets me excited as a Bears fan, right? And we're going to be able to see kind of how that progresses throughout the rest of the preseason. Moving on, I really kind of want to discuss, we're one preseason game down. We got 3 left. What should we as Bears fans expect this season? It's reasonable expectations. And I want to discuss this because I see different takes on Twitter, on Bears Twitter. You know, the range is all over the place, right? There's fans thinking that the team's going to be pretty similar to last year, 7, 8 wins. There's fans that are kind of in the middle, that are thinking, maybe 10, 11 wins. And then there's teams that are, or there's fans that are thinking the team's going to be going 13, 14 wins, right? And that would be fantastic, right? Like, if that were to happen, that would be absolutely incredible, right? And is it out of the realm of possibilities that it could happen? No, right? That could happen, right? If Caleb Williams has the season, to the likes of what CJ Stroud had in Houston last year, with all these weapons, that's something that's possible. You know, this team could be very, very good. But I think, it benefits us as fans to kind of taper the expectations a little bit and take a look at what has happened this off season, right? Because yes, we have all these flashy new pieces. We have DeAndre Swift, we got Keenan Allen, we got Rome Odunze, right? We brought in Gerald Everett, and we brought in some new centers to try out, and Kevin Byard on defense. There's some new pieces. There's these new flashy pieces, right? But they're new pieces. And this entire team is learning and installing a new offense. Okay, so it's important for us to understand that, on top of the fact that we have a rookie quarterback. And yes, we all know Caleb Williams is one of the most decorated and highly anticipated quarterback prospects in NFL history, right? Rightfully so. I mean, the kid won a Heisman Trophy 2 years ago, and put up just incredible numbers in college at Oklahoma and USC, and had all these miraculous highlight plays that no one else in college football was doing. But he's still a rookie quarterback. The game is still different, right? So it's important to remember that. And there's going to be growing pains. There's going to be things that he was able to get away with in college that he's maybe not going to be able to get away with here. So we're going to see growing pains. We're going to see interceptions. We're going to see fumbles when he's scrambling around making those crazy highlight plays, right? Those things are going to happen. And it's important for us as fans to understand that that's going to happen, and support that. And look, I want the Bears to win a Super Bowl more than anyone, right? That's one of my dreams, right? I want to watch my team win a championship. And I would love more than anything for that to be this year, this season. But to me, a successful season in 2024 is getting to the playoffs, right? Getting to the playoffs. I don't even care if the team wins a playoff game. Get to the playoffs this year. I think that's extremely reasonable with all the new pieces, with Shane Waldron, with this coaching staff. This team won 7 games last year, okay? And the roster is significantly better than last year, right? And we have a rookie quarterback. Let's get to the playoffs, okay? I want Caleb to go out there. I want him to play his game. I want him to make mistakes. It's rookie year, right? I think the expectations that the media is kind of just slamming down on top of him is extremely unfair. I see some media analysts saying that, if the Bears don't make second round of the playoffs like Houston did last year, that's a failed season. Absolutely not. That is absolutely not in my eyes. A successful season is watching our rookie quarterback grow, improve his game, adjust to the NFL level, and see this team improve together. I want to see the offense improve from what it was last year. And I think that with these additions and with this new scheme, that should be pretty easy, right? I want the defense to improve, right? We remember those last 7, 8 weeks, the defense was hot. They were leading the league in turnovers and interceptions. They were getting after the quarterback. Let's see, that gets stacked on top. Let's improve off of that. Let's get better. Let's still be a top 5 defense, but let's do it the entire season. Okay? I want a Super Bowl ring. But let's taper the expectations a little bit. Let's understand that there's going to be growing pains. There's going to be mistakes. This is a new offense, right? And, I think one of the things that's really fantastic and really kind of helps propel the expectations is that we aren't playing the divisional game until midway through the season, right? So this team has the chance to go out there and mess up and you know make mistakes without the fear of, oh, we just dropped, like last season, we just dropped the first game of the year to Green Bay at home, right? That's not a fear this year. So this team has time to get it right, to learn, to make mistakes, so that by the time, week 11 rolls around and we're playing Green Bay, okay, we're running, we're off, we're running. We can compete, right? They just paid Jordan Love big money, okay? I think it's an overpay. I think that, he had half a good season. We'll see what he does, right? But let's taper back from the Super Bowl expectations, right? That's the best scenario. There will not be a single Bears fan in all of Chicago complaining if this team makes it to the Super Bowl. Let's improve from last year. That's what I think is going to be a successful season for the Bears this year. I want to see improvement. I want to see growth in multiple different aspects. I want to see a consistent offensive line that can stay healthy and that can protect our rookie quarterback. Okay? And I want to see three 1,000-yard receivers. That's my my out there goal. That would be really cool to see. If we could see Keenan, DJ, and Jerome all have 1,000 yards. Chances of that happening, I would say not so likely. But Caleb Williams will probably be breaking the rookie franchise passing yard record by week 10, week 11, because it's like 2,100 yards, set by Mitch Trubisky in 2017. I want to see growth. I want to see the mistakes. Okay, that was one of my biggest gripes last year, and I don't want to sit here and dwell on the past and discuss Justin Fields a ton. But conversations that I had with my father every single week was that it seems like the coaching staff was way too in Justin Fields' head. Making sure that he was protecting the ball and not making mistakes. And I think that led him to holding onto the ball longer than he should have, taking unnecessary sacks, strip fumbles, so on and so forth. At least for these first 3 or 4 weeks, I want Caleb to go out there and play his game. Play the way that he's been playing. Go out there, make the highlight plays, roll out, scramble around, do the crazy throws on the runs. Use your talent and play your game. And if you throw a pick or you're scrambling and you fumble the ball, so what? Do it now while you're a rookie. Learn and figure out what you can get away with and what you can't, how the game is different from the college level, and then take that knowledge and build off of that. Okay? The thing that I do not want to happen is this coaching staff handcuffing him in his rookie year and forcing him to be someone that he's not, because we've seen it time and time again here in Chicago. That's what we do. We don't let these guys be themselves. Mike Tomlin yesterday was interviewed in Pittsburgh during Steelers training camp. What has he been saying to Justin Fields? And this is a coach that has never had a losing season, has won Super Bowls, right? One of the greatest coaches in the history of the league. And he said he's been telling Justin that he doesn't want him to be in his head. He wants him to go out, use his talents, scramble, play his game. And they're seeing the benefits in training camp. And now it's training camp, and we'll see what happens when it's game time. But that's what a Hall of Fame coach is saying to his players. So I don't want to see Eberflus and Shane Waldron handcuffing Caleb. Okay? If this team wins 9 or 10 games and they make the playoffs, that's a successful season to me, because they improved from last year. Think about it, guys. There's 32 teams in the NFL. One team every year can say that they had a successful season. You look at the Super Bowl this past season, you think San Francisco was in there saying, "Nice, good job, guys, we had a good season." Sure, there were good moments. Yeah, you made it to the Super Bowl. But those who want to be the best don't celebrate second place. Okay? I would much rather have this team steadily improve and fix their errors and make playoffs so that next season in the sophomore year of Caleb Williams, with the recently extended DJ Moore and Rome, and who knows if we'll have Keenan Allen or not, we can build off of this season. But let's build off of where we were last year, and let's see where we can go. But let's be open to mistakes. Let's be open to picks. Let's be open to let's be open to growth. Let's be open to learning. Those are my thoughts on what I think is going to be a successful season this year in Chicago. I'm really hoping that we can get through this season injury free. We really can kind of get to see the potential of this team because look, this is the first year of something that's going to be special, right? I mean, the Bears I think they're the only team ever in the modern era to draft a quarterback and a receiver in the top 10. This can be the start of something very special. The coaching staff needs to get out of the way and let these players learn and play their game to their talents, to their skills. And that's what I hope to see this year. This team is going to win some good games this year. And this team, like they always do, I'm sure will have some really painful losses. But there is absolutely no reason in my mind that this does not win more than 7 games. If the team last year could win 7 games, 9 to 10 wins should be easy, especially with this schedule. Going into week 11, when we're playing against Green Bay or whoever the divisional opponent is that we're playing that week, this team should be looking pretty good around then, right? We'll see. Let me know what you guys think down below. I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think the Bears need to do this year? What is a successful season going to look like in your eyes? We all got different opinions. This is mine. And really curious on what you guys have to say. As always, I appreciate you guys being here. Give this video a thumbs up, comment. It really helps me out with getting this video out to more Bears fans, more NFL fans. And I love hearing from you guys. And as always, subscribe. Really helps out the channel. Helps me continue making videos like this for you guys. So appreciate it. As always, bear down. And we will see you in the next video. Peace.